This might get weird.
Are we rolling?
We're rolling.
Well, then cheers, Grace Helbig.
Cheers, Mamrie Hart.
You guys, I mean, elephant in the room, you got a new laptop.
I got a bigger laptop.
I'm so excited for you. Like, it
Me
truly
too.
feels like a rebirth.
I didn't open it for a full day because it was like a baby being delivered by a stork that I was like,
Oh, is that how we get them?
that's how my mom told me. And then the internet came out and she went, phew, that'll help you figure it out. It's just like such a complex ecosystem that getting it set up, I'm like, oh, I know I'm going to do it wrong and I'm not detail oriented and I know there's going to be shit that I have to figure out that I don't know if I can brain that right now, but it's been awesome. It's a little bit bigger. So now when I have to go on my other laptop for like stuff I've forgotten to put on this one, it feels so teeny tiny.
Yeah. It's like how now when we pick up Beans compared to Larry.
Right.
Like Chip just picks her up and just goes, you are so tiny.
I know.
Like 5 times a day. Just, you are so tiny, Beans.
She's so little compared to Larry.
Okay. But I mean, I'll talk about my dogs ad nauseum. Is that what the phrase is?
Yeah. Which just
Hell yeah.
to me, I'm like, oh, till we puke?
Yeah.
I don't know what that
I think
means.
that's what it means. But no, I'm excited for you because it's top of the year.
Yes.
You've got a new laptop.
Yes.
It feels like the ultimate grown up back to school supplies.
Truly. And it's, not to say that I want to be validated by external things.
I think you do, though.
But there's part of me that definitely does want to be validated by some external things.
What kind of RAM are we talking?
I don't know. See, that's the thing too. For someone that has spent 15 years working in an online setting, I should probably have some better base knowledge, but not at all. And I never know what I actually need. And I tried to look up some articles and then just got immediately flooded with like the contrasting information.
It's too much. Every time, here's my problem is that every time I get a new laptop or something like that, I'm always like, I don't need that much storage.
Right.
Every single time.
Also, yeah, and I immediately feel that's what happened with my last laptop. Every time I went to edit a video, I had to completely wipe like every other edit I had done, which would only be like 3 different files just to make space. And I was like, there's something wrong with the way I'm doing all this.
As I'm like, I wouldn't need that much possible storage. And then within 2 months, it's like, not enough disk space to store this one fuzzy JPEG.
I know. I feel like I just need to make a house call and just come and set me up properly for the most effective technology usage.
Maybe there is
I
like
guess that's Geek Squad.
Well, no, I was gonna say, but if it was like a more approachable Geek Squad, like the way that they market themselves, I don't want a geek coming in here.
That's true.
But if it was like, hey, this is a cool girl who just knows a lot more than you about that, oh my god, like not a big sister, but a bit sister, isn't that a
bites
like a bite?
I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, yeah, if it's like a cool girl that you're like, I wish we were like friends in real life, but then I don't think she would even be.
She's not into me.
I'm not on her level.
I don't know.
For her to
She's
be
going
like,
home
we
to
can't talk about the thing I'm most knowledgeable about because you have no idea.
I think there is a world, and I'm not talking like topless maids. I'm not talking about like. Then guys get to call them to flirt with them.
What's the moving company? The guys that like
hunks who haul junks. I've hired them and they were not hunks. Remember? No, it was what was it? It was supposed to be like hot college guys,
right?
Cleaning out my storage unit. I remember I talked about it on the podcast and they showed up and I was like, are you guys in night school while your kids sleep? You're 45 years old.
They're diversifying the hunk roster. Maybe.
I guess so. But I do think if there was like a girl to come over and be like, yeah, dude, this is what you need to clean up.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. And then also like me and her like share some memes back and forth occasionally.
I like it.
Make each other chuckle a little bit.
I like that a lot.
And then she leaves and I have to pay her for this friendly transaction and it feels dirty.
It feels dirty. But I'm proud of you because I feel like my laptop is so disgusting. First of all, the amount of weird shit you Google when you're writing a script and like truly will you be like, well, like the other day I Googled, I was like, well, what things in a photo lab could kill you?
Yeah.
Like could you ingest? I said like, what things can you snort in a photo lab, like trying to find a way for like this person to be murdered in a weird way.
Okay.
Or like when we were talking about when I was in that Uber a couple weeks ago,
Yeah,
me being
yeah.
like, oh, are they dead or not? Like
Right.
my laptop, if my laptop could talk,
Yeah.
like it would be, if it grew legs, it would run to the cops.
Right. The
Right
FBI
now.
agent that's monitoring your laptop is like, I can't even figure out what direction she's going into.
Is this a bit?
She's like taking care of herself, but also like is kind of loosely threatening society with these Google searches.
The CIA is like, so she wants to either murder someone in an airplane bathroom or
Right.
it's soup season.
Yeah.
And
She keeps looking up
what's
weird
the best cannellini
news.
bean stew to make tonight.
Yeah, she looks up weird news constantly and what are millennials doing wrong according to Gen Z like once a week. We should get her into therapy.
So anyway, I also feel like there's just so much food particle. Like
Yeah.
I'm a person who's fully just putting like Frito fingernails on the laptop.
Yeah, not until I'm in like a public space and I open my other laptop did I see that my screen looks like I was like in the trunk of a car with it trying to escape and just like swiping my hands all over. I'm like, it's a laptop. There's no reason for there to be finger swipes. It's not an iPad on the screen of my laptop.
It's not a finger touch. Are there places like, can you drop off? Sorry, this is laptop talk. Y'all. Are there places you can drop off your laptop just to be like getting a car detailed? Just to be like, will you just get the fecal matter off my keyboard?
I bet there's that. Well, remember
Not that I'm touching my butthole and typing, but I mean, it's inevitable. Like shit's on everything.
there's like that guy that I talked about a couple weeks ago on the podcast that does like I forget what he was called, like the funeral person, like when people are on their deathbed and they're like, I can't ask my family to do this. Can you go and wipe my laptop for
loved
me?
that.
Right. I also realized that like I do not know how to properly get rid of like all of my computers after I like move on to another one.
What do you do with them?
I have
It's
a
like
whole
throwing away
drawer.
batteries. What do you do?
I forgot that I have an entire drawer of all of my old laptops in my office.
Are we talking like Daily Grace edits?
Yeah, like old. And I think that's why is like, I know this has all this old footage and it's not bad, but it's just cringy now.
Yeah.
And I don't want anyone getting access to potentially Daily Grace unedited raw
No,
footage.
you've got to save that. I'm talking about like that could be how they have Archie Bunker's like recliner in the Smithsonian.
Yeah.
Like you don't know. You
Yeah.
don't know. You could be honored 30 years from now for, leading a wave and they'll be like, you can give us the Daily Grace laptop.
Archives. Yeah, that probably have just strange screenshots like saved.
Just
stuff.
staring into space.
Yeah, that I didn't want to deal with. I know. I guess, decide to put them in a drawer. And I'm like, at some point, maybe I'll not give a shit enough to just get rid of them. But for now, they just, they're pretty compact. They're not taking up too much space.
Well, good for you.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm real excited about this new laptop. It really makes me step up my game of maturity of like taking care of a nice thing. Which is something I'd like to do a little bit more this year is like really take care of the nice things in my life.
That's good.
Yeah. We'll see how long that lasts.
Do you take things to dry cleaners?
Never. I don't even know what. That's another one of the things that I wanted to actually look into this year, which is like how to properly wash your clothes. Because I feel like every time I do this standard system without ever investigating if there's some other way to wash clothes that don't keep them wrinkled when they come out of the dryer.
Well, I think that's just about like how quickly you get them out of the dryer, you know, but I agree. Like I've started taking things to the dry cleaners out of dry clean only, which I'm very excited about.
See, I also don't know that I own things that are dry clean only.
You do, or it's just like things I don't want to eventually shrink. You know what I mean? Like they fit just enough.
Yeah.
But now it's a double-edged sword because I think I told you I go to this dry cleaner up the street and his daughter is the front desk person at the dentist I went to. So now he's ragging me for leaving my clothes there for 4 months. And he's like I went there a few months ago and I picked up, something we wore over the summer. Like truly. Like he prides himself on not like
throwing things away.
And he was like, oh, look who it is. And I was like, hello. And he goes, this is from July. I was like, I know. He goes, you're probably due for a teeth cleaning. So now I'm like...
honestly, that would be a great solution.
He's my personal assistant.
Right. If you have a dry cleaner / dentist's office, and you can get it all done in one go, which also, speaking of, I need to go to the dentist.
Girl, I don't even I
need to do the whole parade of doctor checkups that start of the year. I'm like, I got to start doing these.
I have no idea what's, I think my mouth is okay. Like I brush my teeth like 50 times a day.
Yeah.
If I eat one like chip, I go and brush my teeth just because I hate to have the like leftover taste in my mouth.
Yeah.
Hate it. But like I'm not a person who can be like, oh, I just ate a meal. Let me have a mint.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I got to get in there and get it all out.
Okay.
So but that said, if you gave me $1 for every time I've flossed in my life, I could buy 1 round of drinks.
Well, I've gotten into flossing.
I'm bad at flossing.
I'm bad
at flossing.
I've incorporated that into my slowly evolving nighttime routine.
Oh, I feel very vulnerable right now.
It is. I hate it every time because my teeth, it hurts still, no matter how frequently and consistently I've been flossing.
Murder scene. It's a murder
still
scene.
Spitting blood like I got punched in the jaw.
When does it end?
That's what I mean.
When does it end?
But now that I'm talking through this out loud, I'm going, maybe there's a problem that I need to go to the dentist for. If after all this flossing, there's still blood and sensitivity. But I do feel I'm also adulting in the sense that I'm trying to have a nighttime routine. I've been putting creams on my face at night.
Girl, I've been moisturizing.
Me too.
I mean, yes, I did wake up in makeup today, use a makeup wipe, and then put makeup back on. But I'd say 1 out of every 2 days, I've been slapping on some Aveeno.
Nice. I've been doing nighttime overnight creams, been getting Elliot on the train for it.
Wow.
And it's been real nice that I'm like, this is what... When I first started watching beauty gurus on YouTube in like 2012, that they would do that. I'm like, that's an impossible ask.
Well, the thing is that you'll see, I mean, I think this is still happening. Like back when we were doing YouTube and the beauty guru was like, a new thing. And they were showing you, go night night with me.
They were young, but they weren't 11. No, some of them were actually 11. Let's go. Before we go honk shoot. Let's go.
Come moisturize in my crib. But it's the face routine. This isn't like a new thought, but like people's skincare routine. I'm like, A, do you have a job? Because like it's taking you 50 minutes before you start putting on makeup in the morning. Like you need 2 serums,
I don't
a
understand.
cream, a mask, what?
That's where it loses me when there's multiple
layers,
creams being put. I'm going, thank you. Are they really all working together?
Is the 5th cream still penetrating? Because I liken it to like, I've said this before about like makeup being so thick. It's like, you know what Fordite is? Look up Fordite, Fordite. I have a piece of it in my room.
I was gonna say, is it a crystal?
No, so it's basically it
cool.
looks like a stone, but it's from the Ford company. It's where they would they would paint cars in an area that the paint built up so much on the walls that you could chunk it off and it looks like a cool
it's really trippy looking.
A really cool rock. So I have a couple pieces of it. I'm obsessed with it. But that's what I'm thinking where I'm like, how many layers of moisturization can you put on? Yeah. And at that point, is your little rose quartz roller doing jack shit besides like steamroll, like putting that shit deeper into your pores?
I do wonder about the rollers. The jade rollers and all of those. Do they feel nice? Yes. Are they doing anything? I have no idea. Are we being pranked by the beauty industry? I don't know.
I've bought one time.
Yeah.
And it was from TJ Maxx.
Yeah.
And it was so cheap and it broke so quickly.
Yeah.
I was like, this is not rose quartz. There's no way I just bought this big of a piece of rose quartz.
Yeah.
Like that's dyed pink.
Yeah.
That was put in beet juice.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm proud of us for moisturizing, but I will still never have this. Like people are steaming their face. They're putting on those infrared masks, which I'm not opposed to. Obviously, I saw that. Okay, tell me everything.
One, I look like Jason.
Yeah, I love him.
It's hilariously horrifying. I'll actually put a picture on Patreon. I started to take some videos of me in it like when I first got it like a month ago. It was one of those, I think it came up as an Instagram ad and it was like, I'm in a vulnerable hour of the day. Here we go. Click through, purchase. And I haven't used it consistently, but it's a whole It's a whole thing. It's like
Does it heat up or it's just the light?
the one that I have, it's just the light, but there's like 5 different light options, and they're supposed to, each color designates a certain
Like
thing.
red is energizing, lavender
Right,
like
it firms and like reduces wrinkles, or this like works with
loosens and you coming out flat.
right, like this works with like discoloration, and this works with like
rosacea.
yeah. And who knows? I mean, it had good reviews, and that's really where I'm putting all of my eggs these days, and other people's reviews of products and things. I just haven't gotten myself to use that consistently because it needs to be like plugged in and turned on. It's like you become a human lamp, and then you sit there for 20 minutes and wonder if this is doing something negative versus positive.
You're tethered. I mean, I'm sure it's doing good stuff, but I think it's so hilarious that in 2023, in the year of what will be my 40th, I'm like, I should probably start moisturizing and flossing.
Same. That I'm like, oh, this is where I really am trying to make this stick. And this is where I'm realizing, oh, yeah, this is when people say you got to start young and do it.
I'm fucked.
I know that I denied the credibility of it being useful at a young age. And now look at me trying to play catch up.
Cautionary tale. Absolutely. With the floss thing, one last thing I'll say is you keep me I'm going to start it. I'm going to start flossing. But you keep
Have
me...
you ever thought about a water pick?
No.
Okay.
No, I just need to do the like individual, like I don't need to take floss and do the like fingertip wind.
I don't
and
do
like,
that.
No, you get the individual, the picks.
Yeah, and you can I bought the biodegradable one, so it's not just single-use plastic being thrown away right away. I know. I'm
look at
quietly becoming my full form.
I'm so excited for you. One day you're going to come in here in a Zara power suit and be like, excuse me, co-host.
Be like, I just bought stocks in NFTs and let me explain it to you.
I have a capsule collection of clothing. I don't just wear my own merch.
Shark Tank's asked me to be a shark next week.
No, but with the flossing.
Yeah.
It's kind of like working out, like when I was going to the trainer, where I was like, do you ever not get sore?
Right.
Like at what point do you like cross the threshold and you're like, I feel great today?
Yeah, this feels great. Because tell me when I can expect that to happen and I'll work towards that.
Because a little pat on my own back. I've gone to 3 Pilates classes this year already.
Good for you. That's incredible.
I went yesterday at 3 p.m. But here's the thing that gets me to do it, because as we know, I've been doing damp January. It might have been a little damper than I expected.
It's been raining like crazy.
Because it's been raining, it's boring, and now Chip is going out of town for a job for like a few months.
Yeah.
And I have girls visiting this weekend from North Carolina. So I was like, I'm not gonna not have a couple cocktails before my boyfriend leaves LA for several months. But anyway, I can rationalize till the cows come home.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, the cows came home. We should celebrate.
Yeah. They're finally home.
You
Let's
guys,
pop a bottle.
like I'm not gonna toast. The cows came home.
They're all the way here. They've been out for so long. It's the least we can do.
But what I did is I was like, after I had a couple drinks on Sunday, I was like, I should do Pilates tomorrow. Let me see a friend will meet me. And now what it is like, that shit's too expensive for me to skip.
Oh yeah,
it's like $30 a class.
So your tipsy self kind of guilts yourself into having to go.
Yes. So I think my goal to not waste money is almost stronger than my goal to get in better shape.
There you go. Whatever works. You know,
I've been making my own coffee.
There you go.
I've been to Starbucks once this year.
Good for you. Good for you. Put them out of business.
They really felt it in their pockets. The Starbucks, which is also because I'm of my less plastic.
Yeah, that makes a big difference. Like,
Are
and
we good
imagine
people?
we're trying.
Oh my God.
Alternatively, I will say, not drinking this month. It has been wonderful. I'm super into it.
Well, Grace and I, just so you guys know, Grace and I are upholding we need to go do more stuff and see more art this year. We went into a comedy show last night. We went to go see Jacqueline Novak's show, Get On Your Knees, which was so good.
Amazing.
But it was an actual tsunami in LA, and Grace still drove us. And I'm telling you, guys, Grace drove through standing water fearlessly.
Yeah.
I would have freaked out. I would have been like, we need to pull off and call one of those duck boats.
I know.
I was like, when do we start floating?
I was like, I haven't looked at all the features of my Subaru, but there's got to be an inflatable option somewhere here. It was, truly wild. And I was rationalizing that everyone else in the whole world deals with rain regularly. So this isn't an anomaly.
I know. I said to Grace,
us.
I was like, we're in the comfort of a nice car going. We're parking just around the corner, and like other people will be like, whatever, I'll kayak there.
Right. But it was great to do. And
I don't know what
also,
got me to that topic.
Easy doing it because I'm not drinking. But
That's why. Yes. Y'all, let's be honest. Most bras suck, and it is a real bummer. But Third Love knows it's not you. It's not your fault. It's the bra's fault. But Third Love spent years designing bras for your body, and they make over 60 sizes and even invented, I love it, half cups. So you always get the perfect fit, which means you always look and feel great. Okay, I've had so many bad bras. Honestly, it feels more like a torture device than something that's supporting me, okay? I want my bras to feel like a hug. Like I've really just got a friend keeping my girls lifted and pushed together, not spilling over in the back and, looking like I have another set of boobs underneath my armpits. They've got itchy tags. It's a friggin' mess, but not with Third Love. With Third Love, it's like 24/7 support. They've even got a 24/7 t-shirt bra, which makes your boobs look amazing. And when I told you about the half cups, this is like a total game changer. There are more than A, B, C, D, double D, etc. Sometimes you're in between, whether that's because your body size just changed a little bit, or it's a different time of the month. Your boobs are not just so cut and dry, and the half sizes really form to your body. They make it so easy to find your bra size, going online and figuring it out. Trust me, you're never gonna have a bra fit this good again. In fact, your bra size can change over 6 times throughout your life, okay? Third Love makes it easy to find your perfect bra with their virtual fitting room. You don't even have to leave the house. It's like a personal shopper, but better. It looks at size, breast shape, fit issues, and your taste to find the bra size and style that's perfect for you, and it has helped over 20 million women find their perfect bra size. So, never get stuck with a bad bra again, and returns and exchanges are free for 60 days. So ditch the bad bras. Get a better one that makes you look and feel great. Upgrade your bra and get 20% off your first order at thirdlove.com/TMGW. That's 20% off your first order today at thirdlove.com/TMGW.
But I will say, with not drinking, I've discovered one of like the greatest things ever. I went to Target at 9 a.m. on Saturday, and it was truly one of like the best experiences.
Transcending. I don't know the word.
Yeah. I transcended. I had no idea that this was a possibility. I am going to do it more often. It was practically empty. The store was so clean.
Okay.
Shelves were fully stocked.
Well, I was going to say, what were you specifically shopping for? Because I feel like Target, I both want to know when they're restocking clothes and things like that, so you get first pick. But I also feel like other people have already found out what day that is, and that's going to feel like Black Friday.
Yeah. No, I went to go use an ATM, actually. I had to get...
At the Target?
Because I was like, if I'm going to go to an ATM... I'm going to go to Target this morning, and just because we needed like melatonin and stuff, just general like household items, and went
general household. We
melatonin,
needed sleeping gummies.
I needed the gummies, the adult gummies that make me go honk shoe at night and don't keep me up.
Go night night with me.
It was so fucking fantastic. I was just like walking around. I was like, I'll browse, because usually I come in with like a quick list.
Yes.
Because it's so crowded. We have this like small Target near us. It's like a abbreviated version of a large Target. Yeah. So it's perfect.
It's a Targs.
We call it Tiny Target, and it's got just everything you need without all the excess stuff. Mm-hmm. And it's always like half empty because it's so crowded. And this was so crystal clean.
I'm so happy for you.
So pristine. All of the people that were working there seemed not happy, but like fine, not like worn down by a whole shift of working already. And I was like, I think I might just enter into like my mall walking phase and
Yes.
just like come here in the morning and look around a little bit with some coffee.
Why
and
not?
enjoy myself and smell the candles, see what goes on.
That's what's up. I mean, I'm actually not opposed to mall walking, especially with this weather.
Yeah.
If it is in an early scenario, like I don't need the teens around, but if you're there in the morning, why not get your steps in while smelling a waft of Auntie Anne's pretzels?
Oh my God, that sounds
You
ideal.
know?
Honestly, that sounds pretty great.
Soft pretzels
That's
are
okay.
so good.
I love soft pretzels so much
So
because
good.
growing up outside of Philly, Philly makes amazing soft pretzels.
Oh, are they like known for pretzels?
They.
Oh yeah, Amish people.
Yeah. I don't know if that's directly.
But I feel like Pennsylvania has a pretzel thing.
Yeah, I mean Philly definitely does. Like they sell them on street corners and stuff, and they're really, really good. And they're different than just like the regular, like bigger, the cartoonish looking soft pretzels.
Yeah,
you know?
Bavarian.
Yeah, and I had this thought. I was like, I wonder if pretzels are going to be the thing this year.
You think they're like trending upwards?
I saw that like on fast food menus. I was looking at a Wendy's menu. I don't know
You're
why.
looking at a Wendy's menu?
Yeah. What are they looking at for? Recently, in my non-drinking, I got curious.
I'm looking up like, the most highest rated restaurant in the world just closed. Oh, let's look up the French Laundry in Napa. Grace is like, I was perusing the Wendy's
I wanted
menu.
to see what the prices were. What's going on over there?
What's a Frosty these days?
I haven't checked in with that bitch in a while, so I wanted to see what she's offering.
How's she doing?
And they have pretzel buns for all of their
yeah, I did know that, and I think that's a pretty big thing. I mean, like,
Trend alert.
I definitely feel like the whole German, like, just sausages and pretzels, like, it's on a cycle, you know, like whatever the cool new thing
I love
is.
pretzel bites.
Me
love
too.
Those.
Like pretzel nugs at like a movie theater. Now let me ask you this:
Yeah,
if you are given some pretzel nugs,
yeah.
are you doing a queso or are you doing like a whole grain mustard? What's the
Both. I like
I know, me
variety.
too, because mustard is a new thing in my life.
Oh, yeah.
And not yellow mustard. I'm talking coarse grain. I'm
Yep.
talking full.
Texture.
I want the seeds popping in my mouth like caviar. You know what I mean?
What are those seeds? Mustard seeds.
Mustard seeds.
Okay. Yeah. Mystery solved. If I'm eating a pretzel, I want all the yellows on the side. I want all varieties of yellow on the side.
See, I don't want just the straight up yellow mustard to me. I'm like, that looks
What about honey mustard?
That looks like paint. But I'd still want it to be like a whole grain or like a coarse grain mustard.
Oh, okay.
So I'll make my own honey mustard.
Nice.
Because for a while there, I was like making salad dressings and putting like a little Dijon in there and a little honey and vinegar and lemon and stuff. And I was like, you know what's a really good combo? Honey mustard. Someone's already thought of this. So it's a whole ass condiment within itself. Oh wow. Yeah, I wouldn't mind if pretzels were big this year. However, I will say like they are consistently in every airport and mall. So like I don't know if it's one of those things where it might not be like super popular, but like everyone it's always going to be there.
Yeah.
You don't see Auntie Anne. Is it Auntie Anne's or Aunt Annie's?
Annie Ann's.
Annie Anne's? I thought she was an auntie.
I don't know.
no.
Oh my god.
Oh my God. Is
See,
it
this is how I ended up looking at the Wendy's menu. I'm sure.
It's Auntie Anne's.
Yeah, Auntie Anne's.
Okay.
Another mystery solved, guys. Another mystery solved. But here's the deal with pretzels. They're never, even at their worst, they're not going to be that bad.
No.
Like there is variables with nachos. You know, you can get some really, really bad nachos.
That's true. You can get some. Oh God.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
Your
sorry.
brain goes back to the bad nachos.
England. I'm sure they've stepped it up in the last 7 years, but I mean, there was a time where you'd go to England to get nachos, and they would be like, "Here's a packet of guacamole,"
Yeah.
and you'd be like, "Excuse me, what?"
It's just kind of a lumpy
I don't
green
need
substance.
I don't need relish.
Yeah.
Asked for that. Okay, I'm on the Auntie Anne's menu now. Oh my
the
God.
cinnamon sugar, Auntie Anne's.
Oh, see, I lean towards the savory. So they've got like a jalapeno one that looks amazing. However, I'm going to say it right now.
Yeah.
Anyone who goes to Auntie Anne's out of these incredible flavors and get, a roasted garlic parmesan, anyone who goes and gets the raisin,
Whoa.
you will never get fucked.
My memory shouldn't be working the counter at
No.
Auntie
I'd be like, I'm sorry. Are you a priest? Why are you getting this?
in line with all of this, I think you might be kind of on the same page here. I'm also thinking of cutting my hair short.
Oh my God, I'm thinking I might do bangs.
Yeah, I saw this on your Instagram story, and I was literally for the last week being like, I gotta switch it up. My hair was short when the pandemic started, and I just let it grow, and now I'm like over it. I hate styling it.
Are we talking like a chin length bob? What
I'm
are we
talking
doing?
like lob. You know,
What's
are they like
is that a long bob?
Long bob, I
Okay,
think. I'm
okay.
pretty sure. That at least it was. I want to do, the longer layers in the front. And keep it like shoulder length-ish.
Okay.
That's what I'm working towards that.
You can always go shorter.
Right,
You know, measure
right.
twice, cut once.
There you go. That's it. But you're doing bangs again.
The thing is that I know, I fell into the trap. Well, first of all, I was growing them out in quarantine because I was just like, no one sees me, and also this is the time to have an awkward length.
Yeah.
You know? So like, let me try it. And then it was like the whole Gen Z of like middle parts through and through and through.
They are so persuasive.
So persuasive. So I did the thing, and then it was like, I would say like I would try to be like Casey Musgraves-esque. Like, I like a middle part, long hair straightened, right? I enjoy that. I'm talking like, anyone I'm comparing myself to right now, I don't think I look like. I'm saying I was striving towards a similar follicle.
Yes.
Follicle. Like Cher. Cher was just parted down, like I like that kind of 70s
Simple.
clean aesthetic, and then you wear something wild. But I am just so lazy now that it's like I wear my hair up, I'm going to say 6 days out of the week, maybe 5. Like, I wear my hair down like once a week, you know? Like, I try to not wash it that much because it's red hair. So I was like, I'm putting up. Hair up with bangs looks like a style.
Cute. Very cute.
This looks like I gave up for 5 years. You know what I mean? Like, and like, I have a pronounced forehead. So I'm just kind of like, I am so tired of being like, I don't even take pictures of myself anymore because I'm like, because my hair's up and I just look like I got done with softball practice. You know what I mean?
Like, well, that's how I feel. All I wear are beanies now because it's it's the weather for it. But my roots grow out, and you can get away with like kind of half styling long hair, just like letting it dry and then like sort of doing a little
throwing
something.
One little curl out from under the
front
beanie.
And being like, we'll just tuck the rest of it, let it do its own thing. But that's why I went the short hair, because I'm like, styling that is like manageable. You know, that you're like, oh, I'm in and out in the time it would take me to dry my hair.
That's what I'm screaming. It's the drying, because you have thick hair.
Right. I know. I got a wig.
It takes a while. You like me, when I like wash my hair, it's like getting beans dry.
Yes.
But you, like when you wash your hair, you just washed a husky.
Yeah, if I don't wash it, it feels like it's collecting mold under my neck in the dampness down there. I'm like, I have gone to bed with wet hair and woken up with still wet hair.
Oh my gosh.
So I'd like to reduce the needing attention for the drying aspect
What's so
of it.
crazy too is like you have a lion's mane.
Yeah.
And you still used to add in
extensions.
So many extensions. I'd be like, how heavy was your head for a while?
Man,
there?
I feel like I wasn't acknowledging that I couldn't hear people constantly. Thank God I've created this aloof persona, because I am just smiling and nodding at people while I have literally 2 mittens coming over my ears right now.
Oh, that is, everyone's like, Grace is such a snob. She's like, what?
Did you say something?
Lhasa ears.
I literally was in like my own sensory deprivation chamber underneath all that hair.
Oh,
that was
an era.
Quite a time.
A hera. Era. Oh my God, that is so fucking funny. Look at us go. Look at us making all these changes.
Yeah, I do feel like it's the time of year to like put yourself through like a metaphorical car wash.
Yep.
Like go to all the doctors, like get everything kind of scrubbed up, and then you're the momentum of taking care of yourself trickles down to all aspects of your life. So say all of the self-help books ever.
You just reminded me that I need to go to the car wash.
It's
been raining. It's been raining, but like the inside. I need to do the like, honey, what is in this door?
Well, that's what I told you before you got in my car last night. That I was
it's
like,
gonna be funky.
It's got a funky smell, which I didn't even realize.
Did.
That's great. Well, Elliot and I went to the flea market over the weekend, and when he got in the car, he was like, "Ooh!" I was like, "What are you smelling that I clearly haven't noticed for the entirety of owning this car?" And he's like, "It smells like wet dog in here." And I was like,
"You were like, I dried my hair."
I know. I was like, "Did I dry my hair? It's been under this hat for a week." So I was like, I must be familiar with this. I have to over apologize because I truly have no recognition of what the smell is.
Hello. That's why I'm like, Grace, do you want to walk around and meet me in my back house? Because I'm in the mode where we've just been stuck inside where I'm like, does it smell like dog piss? And I don't know it because it's faint and I've gotten used to it the past 3 days because I'm like, because we've talked about this before on the podcast. It's been raining full Noah's Ark style here to where I'm like, Beans, you could pee on my head and I would be relieved.
I know. That's like Goose, I call her my big bloated girl because her stomach looks like she's pregnant because she will not just go out in the yard.
No.
She's expecting rain or shine that middle of the day we go out together and that's when she shits.
I know. Poor Larry. I'm like, Larry thinks he was adopted by a Seattle couple.
Yeah.
Like Larry's truly like, what the hell is this?
I know. All the poor sweet pets in LA right now.
Oh my God. Oh, I had a good idea, I think.
Okay.
This is like still kind of on the wellness tip a little bit.
Yeah.
Is Chip got me all kinds of fun shit for Christmas.
Nice.
It was so playful and wonderful and I love them. But one of the things when I'm like reaching in my big stocking is, a Pez dispenser. I love Pez dispensers.
Yeah.
It was a Baby Yoda one.
Cute.
Cute. So cute.
Is it the whole head tilts back?
The whole head tilts back.
Cute.
Grogu. Sorry for you Mandalorian purists.
Which is crazy to think about Pez. It's like, how do we develop something so it looks like a creature's head is shooting candy out of their throat
the neck instead of their mouth
for you to take and eat as a child.
Or like it's not like a little hand coming out.
Yeah.
But I was, well, first of all, there was a whole thing. I smelled the Pez. I got nostalgic. I ordered these old smelly pencils from my childhood. It was a whole thing. But I was sitting there and I was like, I love Pez so much. I love how iconic it is, how there's so many different options, how it's a collectible, how it's playful. But I don't sit around eating candy.
Right.
I just wouldn't be like, let me just keep this candy handy.
Yeah.
I think for the adult in all of us, I feel like Pez should do a collab with Altoids and do Altoid shaped Pez.
That's genius.
And then you can keep your cute little Pez dispenser in your purse because it's your mints.
They should do
or Flintstone or chewable vitamins or whatever.
They should do it also with birth control.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? There's got to be some sort of Pez birth control.
I don't know because a Pez feels like big for a birth control pill. But I was just sitting there and I was like, if I could put, and is there mint flavored Pez?
There must be.
Is there?
Or there's not. There's only two ways about it.
Okay. I think there is peppermint Pez, but I only see it on eBay.
Oh, okay.
So I think it might have been, but I feel like if Altoids did a collab or if a chewable vitamin did a collab and you were like, oh, I got my Baby Yoda, that's my multi. Oh, I got my Batman. Oh, that's my biotin.
I think that'd be great. There's opportunities. I mean, we have gummy vitamins, right? So why don't we have Pez vitamins? Why don't we have Pez antidepressants?
That's what I'm saying. All you got to do is replicate that shape, that little brick. If I was an ecstasy dealer, I'd be like, yo, you got to make my ecstasy in the shape of Pez.
There must be a patent or something.
You think so? A Pez patent?
I don't know how there's not more knockoffs of that. I mean, I haven't done
that shape.
I've done 0% research.
Yeah, I know. Now I'm like, okay, maybe I didn't invent Pez mints, but I think specifically how we're having all these brands be like, here's your Oscar Mayer Glossier mask.
Yeah.
Here's your Juicy Couture Heinz mustard.
Right. Yeah. Which
jumpsuit.
That would be great.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. I feel like we need more Pez collabs 2023. Hit me up for ideas.
There's still a functional business today, right?
Oh, baby,
Pez?
there's Pez in every grocery store.
Is it really? I've never noticed.
Oh, and once you know, you gonna see them everywhere.
Who invented Pez?
Girl, I think there's a documentary that came out in the last year or two about a guy who, it was like a Pez heist. Something.
It says it was originally invented in Austria in 1927.
Oh yeah. I mean, they're still cranking out. Like, if you went to Target right now, if you went to your morning Target run,
Yeah.
there would be Pez for like the newest cartoon.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm
Like,
sure
they're still cranking them.
Now I'm going to see them everywhere.
And you're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
They're whimsical as fuck.
Here's 5 things you might not have known about Pez.
Lay them on me.
According to CNN Business Insider from 2015.
Oh, have there been any editor's notes? So I think these are real facts.
Okay, requests for personal Pez heads are made every day. Pez heads, that's what they're called.
Pez heads.
That's the head. Okay, the company turns them down. A Kim Kardashian dispenser request was recently given the thumbs down in 2015.
In your face, Chris.
Santa Claus is the highest selling Pez dispenser since its creation in 1955.
Wow.
The most expensive Pez dispenser.
I was Googling it right now.
Yeah, sold for $13,000. It was a political donkey made in 1961. Only 2 were ever made.
Wow.
Yeah. And
limited runs.
All the Pez distributed worldwide comes from one factory in Orange, Connecticut.
What?
It produces 12 million tablets of Pez every day, uses 50,000 pounds of sugar every 4 days. Over 3 billion Pez candies are consumed in the U.S. alone each year. And Pez was originally created with a peppermint flavor to try and get Austrians to quit smoking.
What?
The campaign proved to be quite successful in Austria. However, when Pez came to America in the 1950s, it didn't have the same effect.
Oh my God.
Wow.
So look at this little guy.
You
want a piece of Pez? Do you want a piece of Pez?
Yeah, of course I do.
This is strawberry.
Thank you. Yeah, it's pure sugar. It's so
pure sugar.
nostalgic. It tastes exactly as I remember it.
Yeah, it tastes like it smells, like a sticker.
And it's not as intense as Sweet Tarts.
No.
You know?
Are you kidding me?
No.
Sweet Tarts make like my teeth whistle.
Yeah.
Like,
Not a fan. Not a
so
fan.
anyway, Pez, hit me up if you want any more big ideas. But I do think a Pez gummy, or not gummy, but a Pez chewable vitamin / Altoid collab is eminent.
Yeah. And if you guys see it out there in the market, give us credit where credit is due.
Yeah. Even if you saw it on the shelves a few weeks ago, consider this us promoting our own ideas. So anyway, I'm really excited about this.
Super cute. Super cute.
Oh my God. Hey.
Yeah. What's up?
I'm tired.
I know. I've been so tired all day today, and I feel like I'm just affected by the weather in such a way.
Are you kidding me? For some reason, like, if it's still rainy and dark, because it's so rare here in LA, it's like I go, oh, it's a snow day.
Yeah.
And I like stayed in bed till after 10 when I was in bed by midnight.
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason for me to be lying down for 10 hours.
No.
But I did.
Yeah.
And then I laid down on the couch for another hour while drinking coffee. And then we went to a diner. And then I was like, I'm tired. Grace, come over to podcast.
I know. We went to bed at like 11, which is late for us because we've been going to bed so early. But I was up. My brain was all up after seeing that show. We've gotten into watching this show about tree houses.
Is it like Ultimate Tree House or whatever?
It's this one guy named Pete, and he makes tree houses. Yeah, and he's real wacky.
Oh, I know. He was repped by my same agency, and I remember like back in the day when our numbers were popping off.
Yeah,
sending an email being like, he's a client too.
Yeah.
How do I get to be on it? I will buy land in North Carolina or like somewhere in California specifically for him to make me a treehouse.
Yeah. We watched him make an Irish themed treehouse in Orange County, California.
Okay. Question. If right now Pete was like, is his name Pete?
His name is Pete.
If Pete was like, hey, I am such a fan of yours. I want you on an episode. I will put up like $500,000 budget of his own money to build a treehouse for you.
See, these
what would the
treehouses-
theme be?
Oh, man.
Like,
that is
would I
tough.
make mine like a speakeasy bar or like something cool like that?
Yeah.
Or would yours be more of like a study nook or, you know what I mean?
I feel like mine would be like a mature, like the same way my aesthetic always is, like a mature Nickelodeon play place kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Like, or like take a McDonald's play place, but make it for an adult.
Your
tree.
aesthetic is Discovery Zone.
Slides. I just want lots of slides everywhere. All slides. All the time. But this
Okay.
guy's, his budgets are like 30 grand, 50 grand.
That's
He's
it?
making legit full homes up in trees. He put a fireplace in this one we saw last night. It was insane.
That seems
He put a full bathroom in one
risky.
we watched the other night.
That seems weird to light
Right.
a fire in a
It
tree.
seems very much like he's not
cannibalistic. It seems cannibalistic.
Yeah, the way this guy operates, it feels like he's one of those, beg for forgiveness, don't ask for permission.
He sounds like someone where you sign 500 releases saying, if this falls apart the second we leave your driveway, we're not responsible.
Yeah. He literally like puts himself in danger constantly and then just goes, that was stupid after he does it. And that's part of his charm.
I wish we had a big tree in Palm Springs that could like support a tree house
Yeah.
as like an extra guest room.
I know. That would be really, because he's making, like I said, like full tiny homes in these trees that are fully functional. It blows my mind. But who
Wow.
knows after he leaves what sort of fresh hell happens.
Yeah, who knows how many deaths Pete is responsible.
I know. I can't tell what year this show was made. So who knows?
But that's a good little hole to fall down. We've been rewatching from the beginning because we rewatched, we keep doing this thing where we like take a sitcom and then, from the start to
Yeah.
the end. And we just finished Seinfeld and we started Parks and Rec again from the beginning.
Oh, that's
And it's
fun.
so interesting to watch it from the beginning and see like, oh, here's this before they were famous.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember when I was doing UCB and it was like, Aubrey Plaza
Yeah,
Amy Poehler
it's
just
huge.
cast Aubrey on her new show
Huge.
and being like, what is the show? And
Yeah.
now it's like, oh, please, bitch, you're going to get an Emmy this year.
Oh my God, I know.
Yeah.
It's that's a show that I stopped watching at one point, I think at some point in New
Same.
York when I didn't have a TV and I just internet didn't have the availability to watch TV shows yet.
Can you believe there were times when if you didn't have a TV, you weren't watching nothing?
I was watching YouTube.
Watching YouTube.
Yeah, that's when that
true.
happened. And now I don't watch YouTube and it's just all TV. Anyway.
Anywho, you guys, I have more to. I didn't expect us to go into such a lovely self-care talk
Yeah.
again, but 'tis the fucking season.
It's the momentum of getting our shit figured out.
Yeah.
And also let us know what you guys are doing or up to because I love hearing the way other people
Me too.
are managing their own like care. Because I'm like, oh, I get ideas. I'm like, I've never thought about that way to do it. How many lotions and potions can you put on your face before you go to sleep at night?
yeah, before you just like your face has grown twice the size.
Yeah.
And also, does your pillow get greasy? I don't sleep just like Dracula.
No. Yeah.
If I'm putting some of this stuff they'll tell you to put on, I'm like, that's shoe polish grease.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you roll over and not stick to your pillow?
You don't. I guess you just have to wash your pillow. They probably
Fuck that.
we can only do so much.
Anyway, this got weird.